by Safety FM.
All right, welcome to the Safety Consultant Podcast. I'm your host, Sheldon podcast where I teach you the business of being a safety consultant, talk about OSHA compliance, got all kinds of stuff that we deal with. Have some great guests show up on the show from time to time. No guest today, just me. And it also marks the return of video for me. I haven't done video in quite a while. So I just wanted to go ahead and say hey to you guys on the video side. You miss me? So at the time of this recording, I am in Langley, British Columbia, just outside of Vancouver. We are going to be hearing some background noise from time to time. I've got my little, they call that little cover on the mic, dead cat. Not a fan of the name, but oh well, I didn't make the name. So I don't mind. I'm actually outside. I know the background has me looking like I'm inside. I honestly can't remember how to turn off the background or else I would show you the outside, but that's okay. You guys know what I mean. Let's see if I could do with more options. I'm going to go with the effects and I'm going to, look, I did it. I actually figured out how to do it. So now you guys are seeing the actual background that I have right here, which is the RV. So right there, back there's the RV. It's been a couple of episodes I did for you guys were pre-recorded, and it was pre-recorded because we did, the family went to Florida to see my son graduate. He is officially Dr. Devin Primus. Isn't that awesome? I'm just so proud of the young man. He did it. So we spent some time as a family down there. I got to see Jay Allen. You guys know my buddy Jay Allen, guy responsible for Safety FM, and then also responsible for no more the Jay Allen show, but he got the Signal Theory show, signal transmission, and then also he's got the everybody knows about this Rated R safety show, so he's got that as well. So I got to see Jay. He was kind of cool. So our family met up, and like we do whenever I'm in Orlando. So that was the happenings. Now that you guys got me live again, just to truly go through some stuff regarding OSHA today. I haven't done an OSHA show in a while. So the OSHA show that I'm going to do today is going to be regarding the compliance side of OSHA, or compliance assistant side. And the compliance assistant tool that I'm going to use today is going to be the resource tool. Yeah. I love the resource tool. All right, pipe down there in the background. And the resource tool that I use quite a bit is on OSHA.gov. So you know the rules. If you're driving, you cannot do this right now, but you're going to listen to the podcast when you get back home, then you'll be able to follow through. So again, if you're driving, do not follow this direction. But if you're not, feel free to follow along with me. So you're going to go to OSHA.gov / resources, but let's make sure that that's okay. Those of you that are watching me right now, you're going to see that I am going to share my screen. So that's another thing about being on video again. I get to share my screen. So I'm going to do the entire screen. I do not need to share audio, so I'm turning that off. But here is the studio background. Ta-da! That's what I'm seeing. But right now, you need to see the OSHA.gov site. So we're going to be on OSHA.gov. We're going to help and resources. So I am going to focus on the data, and that is going to be / data for those of you listening to me and not seeing this. So OSHA.gov / data. And again, you're waiting until you get home to do this. Right now, those of you driving, you're just listening, just hanging out, you're just listening. You're not going to do anything yet until you get home. Then you're going to re-listen to this episode and get to where I am. This page has changed significantly. I mean, from when I started looking at this years and years and years ago, it's always been great data that you've gotten from this page, but they've changed the layout, and it's not too bad. It just took me a little while to get used to this new layout, but the information is still there, which is the important part. They added on this page some chemical exposure data. Maybe it was there prior, but I just did not notice. But I usually hover around the left side over here, and every now and then I dip my toe into the severe injury reporting and kind of get a little background if I need some client help. But right now, I'm just going to show you guys the power of the data and statistic page with a few things. First thing I'm going to show you is, let's start with the top right here, investigation summaries. Select that one, and once you do, let's say that you're working for a client, or if you're the person who's a safety officer in your facility, and you want to know about a specific hazard, you could do a keyword search here. And I try to keyword search in everything. So I was talking to my students about chlorine, so I'm just gonna give a big thing about chlorine here. I usually copy and paste it. So in the keyword search for you listening to me, I put in the term chlorine. I just copied it and I have it in the keyword section. You could really just hone in on either the OSHA office. You could also choose a state plan if you needed to. So I'm going to do state, and then I'm going to just do, I'm going to do all state plans right now. And I'm going to also manipulate the date. You could do start dates and end dates. I don't want to have too much data related to this search, so I'm going to go to 2015 up to now. And if you're looking at this, OSHA has 2027, like they know the future. How is that possible that OSHA can know the future and they're looking up things in 2027? Let's see. Maybe they're true. Maybe they know something we don't know. But honestly speaking, I'm just going to leave that alone, and I'll just let it go all the way up to 2027 if it's thinking that. And I'm going to hit search, and I may get something back, I may not. And it actually looks like it showed up some stuff. So, and again, all I did was go to the investigation tab under the data section. I typed in the word chlorine, and I just refined my search a little to a state plan. And now I'm seeing there have been 23 cases in the year period that I look for. So what I would do if I'm trying to work on this for a client and I'm trying to get some background, or I need to write a report or something similar, I would go ahead and look at this page and just truly try to understand what were some of the hazards related. If you see an X on the page, it lets you know that if there's a fatality involved. I'm noticing that the number here is a 22, which is the North American Industry Classification System Code, NAICS. The fatality has the NAICS of 221310. That is a utility code. So let's see what utility it was. And this will give you some information about what happened. And it looks like that was July 7th. Oh, my daughter's birthday, July 7th. Wow. And it was a mixing pool chemicals at a city pool was overcome by the fumes, and the employee passed. And you can see some wording about the issue. If you were to click on the inspection number, you can select the inspection number, and that's going to take you to another part. Sometimes it brings you right back around, but this is going to take me right to the inspection. Once I click on it, it's telling me that the inspection is closed. It shows me where it was. It's a city in Indiana. And in this, they do have the actual citations. You could see the citations. You could see the history of what happened. And you could also see what the violation was and how much the dollar figure was. So all of this was included, and truly, I get a lot of information. I'm also going to select the NAICS code, and I'm going to copy that code. And I'm going to take that code into the next thing I'm going to show you about the data and statistics. So I'm scrolling back up. I'm going under Health and Resources. We're going to go to Data and Statistics page once again. So now that we're on the Data Statistics page, I'm going to scroll down to, actually I want to show you guys frequently cited OSHA standards. And again, we're outside. Beautiful day. That's why I'm hanging out with you guys. But since we're outside, we got a little background noise, so that's all right. So I'm taking the frequently cited standard, and it's per your NAICS code. I'm going to paste that number in that I just grabbed, and the data that you're going to get to see that's coming back is going to be related to how many people that OSHA did an inspection in this time period. And the time period is a year. So from the fiscal year starting October 2024 to the end of that fiscal year, September 2025, OSHA did 12 inspections of that industry, water supply and irrigation system. And now you could see how much dollar figures for the total citations for that year. It also gives you a breakdown of the inspections and how many citations per inspection for a certain hazard. And that's going to be listed by the standard number. So if you're going to the left corner of this page, you're going to see something that says standard, and it's going to give you some numbers. That's the OSHA numbers for the books. 1910, general industry. 1926 is construction. So in 1926, it looks like OSHA did 5 inspections, 6 citations for a requirement for a protective system, and that's going to be excavations. So if I'm going to, let's grab my handy dandy calculator, which is AKA phone. Yeah, all of us, right? All our phones is our calculator. So I am going to do a quick math here. And what I do is I'm going to do the number, dollar figure and penalties. That's 115,973. I'm going to divide that by how many citations in this 1 year. So that's 6 in the example I'm giving you. So this is telling me for this NAICS code of 2213110, water supply and irrigation system, the average citation for not having a protective system, excavation, is going to be $19,328. It's a lot. So therefore, if I'm now going to provide service, maybe I'm a person who provides some sort of training on excavation and trenching, and now my training will tell them about sloping, shoring, shielding, benching, any of those things that you'll do with an excavation system. I now have a dollar figure that I could say my service is going to help you be aware to avoid a violation of the cost of one, and of course this is per this NAICS code, one excavation hazard in your code. So now I'm using the OSHA Data and Statistics page to help me price my services. For those of you that did not see what I just did, and I didn't explain it on the audio, I clicked on the standard, and is the excavation standard, and there's a hyperlink on the OSHA website, and it now is giving me the NAICS code profiles that have been cited for this particular standard. So number 1 citation has been sewer lines construction, and OSHA's done 165 inspections for just this industry, which is a lot. And the money is $1.726468 million. So that's our $1 million there. I'm going to divide that by how many, let's do inspections for this one. 165 inspections in that year. So that's telling me that whenever OSHA shows up for a water line, sewer line construction project, and they find one excavation hazard, well, actually, it depends. But when they show up, how's that? You're expected to pay about $10,000. So again, if you have a product, if you have a service, and we're consultants, right? So if I'm a consultant and I have a consulting service, I'm going to use this to help me price out not what my actual cost will be for training or my cost will be for doing an audit. This is how much it's worth to the person, to the client. So now at that point, you could raise your price to match the expectation that, hey, I'm going to solve you X amount of dollars. This is how much this one citation would be. So that's a way that you guys could do that. And that's all coming from the data and statistics page. So I'm going to go back to that data and statistics page. And I'm going to show you another thing related to this. And oh man, I should have hit record on my board. I forgot to do that, so it's only being recorded on the live stream. So next time I'm going to do a recording on the live stream and the board. So let's do one more thing. I'm going to do an establishment search, and I'm going to just do a search and just call it like a. Let's see. If I do the word construction, you're going to get a whole bunch. But let's put city. So establishment search, I'm using the word city. I'm going to quantify this search. Excuse me, I'm going to drink a little water. Quantify this a little. State. I'm going to do with violations. I'm going to get this to 2015. All right, so if there's a city in a state plan that received a violation from 2015 to now, it's on here. And oh my, look at that. There's a bunch. I got 4,900. So it's going to be hard for me to quantify that a lot. Get a dog bark in there. But what I can do, though, is look by state. So I would go ahead and kind of look up whatever state I'm in. And then now I can start looking at, is it a municipality or is it an actual, like a company that has the term city on there? And so again, what I'm doing here is quantifying and also getting a profile for who my client would be. And it looks like a lot of city issues here. City of Westmoreland in Tennessee. Tennessee doesn't really give out citations with violations that have dollar figures, but that's an aside. So anyway, I'm going to click down here. I'm going to see. I probably should have just went by state. So if I click up here, which is under results, you could sort by name, you could sort by date, and you could also sort by office and state. So it starts with the A's and work all the way down to the last number, which probably, I don't know, T. We don't have any states with a Z. So, W's. We got a bunch of W states. So anyway, I'm clicking away. The information I'm getting isn't going to be that detailed. Ooh, look at this one. Now that I've seen one city got 11 violations, of course I got to see what the 11 violations are, right? So let's see. The state plan did an inspection on a city. A lot of little dollar figures here. That's represented because it's probably a city. Let's see. Ladder got a few other violations. They did an informal conference, 36, 37. So these are all related to the exit routes. So we got a ladder, we got some exit routes issues. We've got a machine guarding issues over here. We got a mechanical power press. We have electrical, fall protection in the city. So there's a lot. So let's say what I'm doing here, you're looking at certain violations per this entity. let's say you want to go to this entity, start talking to the person who is responsible for safety and health. The information that you now uncover will lead you to, hey, I'm going to be able to help you guys do a little bit better with your safety and health program. And what you can end up doing is performing some sort of mock OSHA audit or something similar that you'll be able to do to make sure that you could talk to the person with some knowledge of what's happening with their current system, because you looked it up beforehand, gives you a leg up. So when you get to their office, you kind of have an idea of what they're dealing with. And honestly, it's going to help you with pricing too. So don't forget, every time that they're spending money that has to do with a violation, that's money that's coming out of the system, money that should be going towards their safety and health program. So now if you were to save them that money, that's money they're going to reinvest into the program, aka you would have helped solve the problem by your service. But your pricing should not be thinking about how many hours it's going to take you to do this job. Yes, that's a consideration, but your pricing should be also what is this service worth to this individual company? So you're going to get that information from the data and statistics. All right, so I'm going to just point your attention to one more thing, but we're not going to do that right now. We'll do that when we come back. So I will be right back. We're going to go ahead and stay tuned, and I'll just be right back. Oh, hold on. I got to do this professionally. So let's do this professionally. Changed my life. In fact, I'm a full-time RVer, and one consulting contract paid for my home I live in today. Now, I help safety professionals build their own consulting practice through bi-weekly coaching calls, accountability, and personal guidance. But this program isn't for everyone. Start with the Consultant Readiness Audit at sheldon.coach.
We now return to the Safety Consultant Show. Once again, here's Sheldon Primus.
All right, now you guys can tell how rusty I am because I did the return and the outro, kind of swished them around. I'm rusty with this video stuff, right? All right, so before I show you guys the one more thing, if you're looking at the ticker, currently I am doing an event, which is Safety Consultant 101. It's a live event, 2 hours worth of your time, and I will be working with you live to visualize how to get your business started and get a truly start from the foundations. So early bird tickets are available right now. So go to sheldonprimus.com/events, sheldonprimus.com/events, and you'll have the opportunity to go ahead and sign up for this event coming up in August of this year. And this is the second one that I'm doing this year. So you'll be able to go ahead and be part of the live online Safety Consultant 101. Another thing that I'm doing is right now in the Safety Consultant 101 is early bird tickets. So go ahead and help yourself out. But this month, I'm going to help those of you that really want to get going with your safety consulting business. I have a safety consultant blueprint course that I've been updating, and it's completely updated now. So just about a couple of weeks ago, I did if I were starting my safety consultant business in 2026, how would I do it differently? I use a lot of that content to update the safety consultant blueprint course. So if you were to go to safetyconsultantblueprint.com and you go ahead and enroll in the course in the month of June, I am also going to give you a call and we're going to talk a little. We'll do a strategy session with you to help you get your business going, or if you're already started and you're ready to switch it up and get some more thought process about what can you do different. That's what we're going to do during that half-hour call. So in the month of June, not only you're getting the course, but you're getting a half hour with me calling you. I'll give you a link to my schedule so you can schedule it in that is convenient to you. So that's what we're doing, the two things. One event in August, which is open right now for the early bird ticketing prices. You go to sheldon.com/events. And then for the blueprint course, you go to safetyconsultantblueprint.com. All right, so I'm going to share my screen with you one more time, and let's wrap up what I'm showing you here. And again, I'm only focusing on the safety, this should say the OSHA page related to resources. There's a lot of pages, and I'm only sharing the tab this time so you're not seeing the background. That's what I did last time. So let's go back to Help and Resources, Data. And then as you scroll down, we did two. We did the frequently cited standard and the industry profile. Those are two things that you're going to end up seeing pretty much to help you price how much a citation is worth. The other thing that I'm going to show you that's related to this page is there's some good information on the data and statistics page about different types of hazards and violations. You could use your general duty clause, and this one is specifically for whenever you have a general duty clause violation. The general duty clause is something that says you, as the owner of this project and then the employer, you have the general duty to make sure your worker is working in a position or in a location, working a job that is free from recognized hazards that are going to cause them harm or likely to cause them harm or serious conditions. So that's when OSHA doesn't have a standard out there. They actually will have a general duty clause. So I'm going to show you guys how to navigate this one as well. You can do it by inspection number if you know specifically, but let's say you're trying to price some work with a heat stress standard. Heat's one of those general duty violations. You could go down to the specific office if you're living in Florida and you work in Tampa and you're going to go to the Tampa office. You could do that too. But I'm just doing a general search for heat, and it should lead me to a bunch of heat stress issues, and it looks like 139 just came up. So now this is going to show me not only the potential clients in AICS, especially if you're going to go down to an area office. Now you're really going to start seeing your client pool. But right now this is showing me that there's a serious violation for this one. That's your citation. I click on the citation number, and then you're going to get a little narrative of what happened. So now you can get some context when you call people. You could also find out who this person was, because I'm going to scroll back a little. And the inspection number is on the very top. You just copy the inspection number. And I'm going to go back, and that's the same number right here. Once you click on that inspection number, now you have the name of the client. And what you should do at this point is you could reach out to them in many ways. One of the ways I would reach out to someone is through LinkedIn. So you can just go ahead and look them up and then just tell them, hey, I have just, saw that you had this, and my services will help you with this. So that's, again, a good way for you to seek new clients, to help people out, because honestly, that's what you're doing. You're helping someone out, and it gives you a little leg up from other competitors because you did your research. So that's the key. You want to make sure you're doing your research, and this is a good way for you guys to do that research, all right? So that's about it. I just want to make sure I recorded this stuff, got it out to you, let you get, a good understanding of how powerful this data and statistics page is. Again, if you're listening to me, wait until you get home. Don't do this at a stoplight, and then re-listen to this episode and learn what you need to do. So right now, I'm just going to let you know you got good information. Now it's up to you to go get them.